So day 6 of our road trip begins. We stopped at Lakes Entrance because going to our next stop is about 3 hours going through forest, my parents tell me, where there's not much there at all. But Lakes Entrance is definitely worthwhile coming back to. And I'd like to come here for a few days and just chill by the beach and maybe do a bit of spotter fishing and stuff like that. It just looks like a really nice, beautiful area, Lake Entrance here. And there's a lot of little cafes, a lot of little restaurants here. You got your takeaway stores, of course, like your McDonald's and your KFC. Lots of caravan parks and motels, so you're spoilt for choice when it comes to accommodation styles, depending on what you want. And no, the accommodation was not fancy here, it was comfortable, it was nice. And you can't really compare it to places like where we live in Thailand because, yeah, you can get some really nice accommodation in Asia. But this is typical Australian motels on the open road. And yeah, overall, we were happy, we were comfortable. The bed was a bit soft though. I hate it to be too hard, to be too soft. I like it in the middle somewhere. And if you're sleeping on the side of this bed, you feel like you're going to roll off it. But yeah, overall, not a bad stay. I like to have spent a few more days here, but we're back on the road and we're heading up the east coast of New South Wales, Victoria, then into New South Wales. So off we go. I don't know where we're going to stop, but we're going to see. So we're back on the road again. And apart from going through areas of forest and things like that, one of the things I loved about this particular drive was the greenery, especially when you started hitting some of the open farm areas, which were absolutely beautiful. But we did go through some of this dense forest. I did enjoy Lake Entrance, but the next stop was just as beautiful. And you'll see some clear images on that when we actually get there. But here's the open green farms that I just wanted to show you guys, because when you're on these drives around coastal Eastern Australia, some of this area was damaged at one point by fires, not this particular section I'm filming, but there was other areas that were badly damaged a few years ago. But what I've loved about this is that everything seems to have recovered really well from those fires back then, and they were quite devastating. But here was just absolutely beautiful, the scenery, and the filming here doesn't give it justice, because just the open farmlands, the rolling hills that we drove past, I just loved this drive. It was so relaxing just to be in the car and just enjoy the beautiful scenery around me. And coming down this hill, just look at it. That's just a spectacular view that you're coming into. And I don't know, I was so chilled on this drive. Then again, I wasn't actually driving, my parents were driving, but I loved it. And just sitting here watching the farms, watching the coming in and out of forest on this drive along the way, looking at the mountains, just all the beautiful stuff. And this looked like it was some old railway bridge or something on the left-hand side here, which looked pretty cool. Or maybe it was the original road for all I know. I don't know enough detail about that. But if any of you guys know about that bridge there, yeah, leave comments below, because I'm a little bit curious about what it was originally there. But there's one thing about the Australian landscape. You can go through all sorts of areas around Australia where they're desert, where they're really dry, where they're really green, where you've got open lakes. Australia has so much variety. And when you go on a road trip, you get to see a lot of that open variety. And I always get surprised when I go on these road trips, because you just never know what you're going to see, what you're going to come across. And sometimes you just want to pull into some of those side towns along the way and just explore them, because they are absolutely beautiful. So yes, just come into the Cann River, small little town, Cann River Outreach Centre. Looks like a little community and information centre over there behind me. And from here you can go into Canberra along the Monaro Highway, but we're going off to Eden at the moment. So we've come from Lakes Entrance today over to driving up towards Eden in New South Wales. And so that drive between Lake Entrance and Eden, a lot of it is just dense forest. There's a few little towns along the way where you might be able to get a drink, a snack to eat, but really not much. So for about 200 kilometres, which is about that drive between Lake Entrance and Eden, you got virtually nothing So I'm just letting you know that. And Eden's just a small place where it seems like a lot of caravans stop and rest up. A couple of petrol stations here to fill up, get yourself a Coke, you know, drink, whatever you want, sort of thing. And but yeah, Mum said it was going to be 40 degrees, but it doesn't feel that way at the moment. It's still pretty hot though. But yeah, very small little town here. I've got a few of the military old cannons here. Got a bit of a war memorial behind me there. But yeah, it's a nice drive. It's a nice, pleasant drive going through the farmlands, going through the dense forest, the state forest, national parks. And along this highway, you can also turn off to the Snowy Mountains. There was a turn to that. And yeah, a turn to Canberra. But yeah, so we're going to be back on the road soon. So as you can see there, you got your turn to Canberra, Melbourne, Port Hicks. But I'm just going into the bakery here because I want to grab something. So Cann River itself, it's got a couple of places you can just stay, like caravan type places. Or as you can see, people pull up their caravans here, and there's places, powered places, I think I saw down the road there, where you can plug in. We've got a little church here. It's also got really nice bakery. We were in there, got a couple of pies. I got myself a meat pie, and Anne wanted to try a chicken pie. That's in the pie shop behind us there, in the distance. The pies were really nice. And my dad got a sausage roll from there, all good. But yeah, it's a good place to just pull up. Now, your meat pies are going to cost you about $4.50 here. 500ml bottle of Coke's going to cost you about $4.50 here. And there was a guy selling organic fruit down the side there, which Anne got a couple of apples because she wanted to give them a try. But our next stop on the road is Eden. So off we go. Here we're coming into Eden. And now I have fond memories of Eden because in my 20s I did some scuba diving out here where they actually had a sunken sort of tugboat, but they also had some open reefs which were just absolutely beautiful to scuba dive in. And to a bit of history, like a British naval surgeon, George Bass, came through this area in about 1798 and later returned in October 1798, where he returned with Matthew Flinders to map the area and name other places around the bay. Prior to permanent settlement, whalers and sealers had their camps in Twofold Bay, and it provided a safe haven for merchant vessels sailing from Van Diemen's Land across Bass Strait area. The whaling industry in Eden commenced with the arrival of Thomas Raine, who established the first whaling station on mainland Australia at Snug Cove in 1828. Whaling continued in Eden until 1930, the longest continuous shore-based whaling industry in the world. The area was also used for its pastoral lands, fishing, and also timber. Today, it's also a popular tourist destination where people come to stay and relax. So we've just arrived in Eden in New South Wales. We're going down to check out a lookout. I haven't been here in about 20 years, but there's a lot of caravan parks. Nice place to do fishing. There's places to do scuba diving and snorkeling down here. And yeah, it's a really beautiful area. And the area is also an old whaling sort of station here many years ago. But now it's a major tourist attraction. And I'm just going to show you why it's a tourist attraction and why it's so beautiful here. But it's definitely a place you can come for a holiday or a weekend just to get away from the hustle and bustle of the inner city. But here's the lookout point, and look at how beautiful this place is. Just look at this place. The view here. It's a bloody awesome view. Just look at that. This huge big bay here. Just beautiful, see? You can even do whale watching from this area as well. The whales come here during winter. You've got the Australian fur seal that comes here sometimes, the killer whales, the false killer whales, southern right whale, humpback rails. So you get a few different whales whaling here. It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah. Be interesting seeing the cruise ships coming here. Oh well, that's a pretty good lookout. You see a bit here from here. You see the whole bay from here. It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was just telling me that for about 150 years they used to hunt whales here in Eden. Now it's a tourist thing to come watch the whales, and there is an old whaling museum as well where you can check out things. On the other side of the bay there's an old tower where they used to watch the whales coming in as well, but I'm not sure what it's used for these days. But yeah, beautiful lookout point here. A lot of people are stopping here to take photos. And whale watching is now a popular tourist attraction in the actual area. And I did mix up the name of this next place. So I've just come into Merimbula, I think. Anne's just looking at some of the kangaroos. So Anne's finally got to see her kangaroos. They're just hanging out at the local caravan park here. But they look so cool, don't they? Look at this cute little family here. Aren't they nice? Nice little kangaroo family up close. Okay, so these ones are in Pambula caravan park here. These particular kangaroos that we're looking at. See, it's a bit of a caravan park where people come and stay. Bit of a restaurant on the corner there. And the beach is right down the back. And yeah, it seems to be a lot of kangaroos just here. But again, just be careful of these guys because they're not actually... They could be tamed to a degree because they're used to people, but still I'd be careful touching them. And because they still are wild animals here. It's not a zoo or anything like that. So at the back of that caravan park where we're just walking out, come out to this beautiful beach. So if you want to stay at a caravan park on the beach, that caravan park could be for you, and I'll have to put the name of it in the description for you. So if you're down travelling this way and you want to be near the beach, this is going to be an option for you. So there you go. I'm getting confused with names because apparently over there is Merimbula or something, and here's Pambula. They're all different names that sound similar. There's Anne over there just enjoying the beach. Oh, yeah, it's about a 5 kilometre long beach here. But yeah. I'm just going to say I was criticised on TikTok for how badly I pronounced the name of this town. So, much apologies. I really apologise for my bad pronunciation of this town. But this town is absolutely beautiful. And I highly recommend people coming here just to relax, as it does have some beautiful beaches. But I just found the town peaceful and quiet to come and relax in. It was a nice stopover. So we've checked ourselves into the Merimbula Sapphire Motel, and the address of this place is 36A Merimbula Drive, Merimbula, New South Wales 2325. Phone number is 0264953077. So we got these rooms for 120 each. So let's go in and check them out. So this is the room we got for 120 today. Looks fairly basic. You've got yourself your soaps, shampoo, fairly standard, toilet, shower. Let's see what we've got in the drawers here. So 120, yep, typical knives, forks, some stings for washing, plates and cups, and microwave, always good. Fridge, just some little milks in it, coffee and tea, and here we go. I've got looks like a queen bed and a single bed, which is always good. You've got a little outdoor seating area as well, bit of a grass view, aircon, TV. Yeah, it looks like a nice setup in here. So yeah, it's also got yourself a couple of spare pillows, ironing board, iron, and a couple of extra blankets if it's cold, and a little terrace outside to sit outside. So the hotel we're in tonight is the Merimbula Sapphire Motel, I should say. And there's the address, the phone number, if you're looking at booking here. So there's plenty of parking here, both above ground and on the ground floor. It looks like they're looking at putting a restaurant together, but they still haven't done that yet because they've only recently taken it over and given it a new name. It used to be a Comfort Inn, I think, but it's not anymore here in Merimbula. And yes, it's close to the town centre if you've got a car, and you can just drive in there a few minutes in. So yes, let's go in and check this place out. So we're just coming into Merimbula, beach here. We're actually staying overnight in one of the local hotels, which I'll show you the review of later. And yes, we come to just check out the beach here. So let's go check it out. Well, just nearly fall over here. Yeah. Because I think we were down there at one of the other beaches, right down the corner there. Where? We were down the corner. Yeah. But we're up here now at this centre. But yeah, quite nice here, isn't it? It's quite beautiful. What do you think, my love? Yeah, it's quite beautiful indeed. Now let's just check out how cold the water is here. And you go places like Patong, Phuket, because yeah, we live in Thailand, and the water's really good. But let's check out what this water's like. Okay, my dear, how cold is the water? Go in, check it out. Perfect. Oh yeah, it's not too bad actually. I was expecting it to be a lot colder than it actually is. Oh, this water's so nice. I was expecting it to be freezing here, but it's super nice here. The water. I hate this iPhone 14 Pro Max, just how it blurs every now and then randomly. Goes out of focus. Getting a little bit irritated with it. I just upgraded and got myself on a phone plan, just a normal iPhone 15. So let's see how we go with that when I get it. But for now I'm still filming with the Pro Max. Oh my god, the water's beautiful here. I was expecting it to be icy cold, but it's cold wind outside, but the water's actually a nice temperature for swimming. Even Anne's been surprised. Though Anne my dad's going, oh, it's pretty hot here today, but there's a pretty strong breeze, and Anne's going, this is like a Thai winter. There they are, just walking behind me there, to the side of me. But yeah, we're just going exploring this place. We're staying overnight in this area tonight. And yeah, it's really beautiful. Apparently there's a wharf over there. My dad was just telling me that when the harbour bridge was being built, they had to mine the stone from somewhere, and apparently from this town, this is where they mine the stone. And they used to put it on that wharf out there. Apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, and take the stone from here into Sydney Harbour where they made the harbour bridge. So there's some local knowledge. This whole area is just beautiful. Definitely worthwhile coming here, staying a few nights, just relaxing by the beach, chilling out. I can't believe they struggle to get mental health clinicians or allied health professionals down here towards Bega. They're always advertising for them, I know, online. And I've had a few friends that have come down here for short periods. But yeah, nice place to live though. Very relaxing area. Now this is what Anne's excited about. She just come to the beach and she's finding all these shells. And this is what she's chasing. It's pity we got nowhere to cook them tonight. And yes, we walked hard through the desert of these desert steppes to finally find water. On the beach. This is where the sea inlet comes into the bay. So that's what we're just walking up to at the moment. Gotta think those houses would be worth a fortune up there on the hill. They'd be very expensive houses. This is where we're heading. So over there is the ocean, and there's an inlet where the boats come in. So you come in through this area here. And you come out to here and you've got like oyster farms here as well. And there's the car park over there where we were. So we're going to slowly walk back to the car park. Looks like fishing charters here too. Big red boats out. Over there's a little bit of a houseboat you can see here. So we'll car. Oh, the water's so nice. So just came around the corner from the other beach we're at, and here's another beach, and it's just as beautiful. Now let's have a look at it. So there's the inlet there that you've got, and there's a lot of caravan parks around here, holiday parks where you can stay that are a short walking distance from here. But this is absolutely beautiful. Just check it out. The view here. You can sit up here and relax, or you can go down for a swim, but the surf seems a bit more rough here, so I'm guessing there's it's more to do with surfers out on this side. As you can see down there's a few surfers, where the other bay that we're actually at, the surf was a bit more easier to swim in and to relax in, not as rough, but still beautiful. And here it's just got some information on the local wildlife here, as you can see just going down it. A bit about the different sorts of fish in this area, I guess you could say. What's this? 35-year-old eels urgently travel to the ocean. Oh, a bit of story on it. Caring for the Black Lake as well. Bit of a story there if you want to pause it. And local nesting areas. If you're a bird watcher, there you go, there's a bit of a story there as well that you can pause the video with. So here we were on the next stage of our journey, and it was a nice stopover in that place. The town was nice and quiet. The hotel we stayed in was a short walking distance to some of the local restaurants, but I noticed most stuff in town was closed by about 9 p.m. because we went for a walk there about 9 p.m. after I was finishing with some online work I had to do. And yes, it was just nothing there after 9, and we ended up just getting a snack in McDonald's within that place. But this next section of the drive was really beautiful too. And I must say, the whole East Coast is really beautiful. I think the whole area was just really beautiful, driving from that Queen's Cliff up to sort of just before Wollongong, where we were actually turning up to go through Barrel. And but yeah, everywhere was just beautiful scenery. Some of the beautiful coastal stops we came to, just the open farmlands, the mountains, the forest we passed through, the small little cute towns we passed through, which I've still got some more filming ahead just to show you. But overall, I just love this drive. It was just so relaxing. But if you like these sort of videos, hit like and please subscribe as I continue to show you my various journeys wherever I end up.